Hey guys, and welcome back to another week of Lone Sherman, the Pacific. We're gonna play the last mission of Campaign A, which is A3, Tarawa, Red Beach 1, clear the west of the airfield. So this is a pretty fun scenario because our objective here is to kill everything. So we don't need to move anywhere, we just need to kill everything. We need to clear the map. So reinforcements from the enemies are going to be limited. Only on a roll of 9 during the end of turn events they will be reinforced. So that's going to be less than 10% chance of receiving reinforcements. So the real clock is going to be our US casualties. So first of all, they get 1 heavy artillery, which starts over here, facing this direction. And then they shall receive 2 AT guns, and we will roll for them, and they will spawn on 2 red numbered locations. So we roll 6 and 4. So 4 and 6. And then we have 2 tanks also going on red locations, and we have 4 and 1, so we will re-roll the 4. 5. Okay, so a lot of enemies down here. And then we also have 2 infantry units, and the infantry squadrons will spawn on blue numbers. So we have 6 and we have 2. There we go. And we, with our little Sherman, will spawn down here, and we can face any direction that we want. And I am contemplating whatever I should face the tank. Let's see, I will get most attack dice if I stay on an airfield or a clear hex. So that's most likely where I'm gonna wanna be. I think I'll start like this facing front, because then I can move upwards and I can attack both the tank and this one, and I'm not gonna be in line of fire of the AT guns. So that's the way we'll do it. Okay, we start by being unloaded. We have 0 casualties, and our commander is buttoned up. And that's it. All right, so first remove German smoke. Position commander, mark it buttoned up or inside or popped hatch. So we'll do with popped hatch as always. And then we start rolling on the movement chart. First, we're on a clear hex, so we're gonna have 5 dice. 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Ooh, that's 2 turns and 3 movements, and we could even move further if we wanted to with that double 4. However, I feel like there's too much going on right here for me to move too long. It's going to be too dangerous. So I think what I'll do, let's see here. I'll use 1 movement, and then I'll use 1 turn, and then I use 1 more movement, and I will stop there, because I feel like going 1 step further is gonna put me in danger of both those AT guns and the tank. So we'll stop down there. And let's see, we have a tank here. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's a little bit stupid to go all the way up there, because then I'll be in that tank's line of fire as well. So I will be closer to that infantry if I back though. So well, I think I'll stay here. I think that makes the most sense right now. Okay, and then we roll on our attack. So we have 2 basic die because we're on a clear hex, and then we have 3 more. So keep in mind that we need to load our gun. So we use the 2 to load our gun. Let's see, let's put the dice aside. And then we'll use the 6 to fire the gun at this tank. So that's a type 95, has a size of 5. He's 3 hexes away, so I need an 8 to hit, but then +1 because he is in a building, so I need 9 or higher to hit him. And I roll a 3, so I do definitely not hit him. And then we'll use the second 2 to load our gun again. And then we shall use the 4 and the 3 to fire our machine guns. And we'll fire at this soldier right here. And he is a size of 2. He is 2 hexes away, so that's a 4 to hit. But with the 4 as his in, it becomes a 5 or higher to hit. So 5 or higher. Yes, perfect. Okay, at least I got the soldier, so I'm very happy for that. And we still have our random event, so or C miscellaneous. So clear hex gives us a 1. Airfield here would have given us 0 dice, and trees would give us 2. Building 1. So we get 1 for the clear hex and then 1 because the commander is alive. So roll 2 dice. Hopefully we can get a 6 and fire again at the tank. We got 2 2s. Okay, that's not too bad though, because that will let us hold down, and that's very helpful in case the tank will fire at us. There is no fire level, so we don't roll any fire dice, which will be resolved here. I never told you that, but for every fire level you have, you roll 1d6. So if we have 2 fire level, we roll 2d6. We take the lowest number, which is the 1, and that means destroyed, so our tank is destroyed. So the fire level is very dangerous, and you need to take care of it as soon as you can. We start with the tank. We start with the closest one, which is this one, and we roll 4 dice. Okay, a 2, 4, a 4, and a 6. So with the 2, he will move or turn. So he will move. And with the 4, he will turn. However, if directly facing Sherman, do not turn. Otherwise, turn towards Sherman. So the 4s are skipped. And then we have a 6, which is fire, move, hold down. So he's going to fire now. So, the size of my Sherman is 4. I am 2 hexes away, so he needs a 6 or higher to hit. But then I am hold down, so he needs an 8 or higher to hit with 2d6. And he rolls 8. That's very unfortunate. He's firing at my frontal armor though, which is 11. And his armor piercing value is 0, so he needs to roll 11 or 12 to take me out. Ooh, 10. Okay, very lucky. And just to clarify, he wouldn't take me out, but we would have to take some kind of damage. Okay, and then let's go to the next tank, which is north of the airfield, and we roll 1, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so the 1 he would fire, but he can't, so he's gonna turn. So he will turn this direction. And with the 3s, he will fire, but he cannot fire, so instead he will move. And with the other 3, he can, let's see, he can actually fire, but he cannot move. So let's see if we can do something here. So my size is 4. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. So he needs a 9 or higher, and that becomes 11 or higher because I am dug in. So he will get to fire twice at me, 11 or higher to hit. So the first is a miss, and he attempts to fire again. And it's a 9, so it's a miss again. Very fortunate for me. Okay, and then we have Japanese firepower. So we have 1 heavy artillery, 2 AT guns, 2 tanks, and 1 infantry, so that's 7 dice. Ugh. Okay, I think that's rather fortunate. Only 1 6. Perfect, and that leads us to the end of turn events. So let's hope for a 10 or higher. We do not want to roll mines. That's 2 or 3, which, because we're on a clear hex, so that wouldn't be very good. Come on. Nah, 8. Well, that's no event, so that's still pretty good for us, but a 10 or higher would have been better, of course. And that leads us to the next turn. We don't remove any smoke. We stay buttoned up. We will roll for... I am contemplating if I should perhaps stay here because I'm dug in, so that's quite an advantage to me. Oh, I forgot to roll for that infantry right up there, so that's something we're gonna do before we move on. 1, 1, and 4. Infantry fire, so he's not gonna fire, and the 4 is move. And he moves only if he gets closer to the Sherman. So if he moves here, he will be 1, 2, 3 hexes away. If he moves here, he will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. So he will move into this space right here. Okay, and then let's see if we want to move or if we want to attack. I think we want to attack. I feel pretty good here being dug down. So we start by rolling for the attack. We're on a clear hex. And we have 5 dice. And, well, it's a decent roll. It's a decent roll. We are loaded, so let's go ahead and fire. We'll fire with the 6. So we'll fire at the tank. His size is 5. He's only 2 hexes away, so we need 7 or higher to hit him. Let's unload our gun. And roll an 8, so we have hit him. His frontal armor value is 9, our AP value is 2, so we need a 7 or higher to destroy him. And we roll a 4, so the shot bounces off, unfortunately. We use the 1 to load our gun. And then we use the 5 to fire again. And again, size is 5, he's 2 hexes away. We need 7 or higher to hit. And we roll 8, so that's a hit. And then to destroy him, we need 7 or higher. Yay, roll 9, so we have destroyed the tank. Perfect. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the 2 5s, the double 5, to load. So we are unloaded because we fired again, and then we load. Perfect. And I don't think we're gonna move. We'll stay where we are because we're hold down. We're in a good position. We can't be targeted by the AT guns or by the heavy artillery. So let's stay put and take out the soldier and the tank before we move up on the... I'm gonna move up on the airfield, probably try this position or this position, take out the AT guns and the heavy artillery. All right, so let's see. We roll on C. We will roll 2 dice and roll 2 6s, which is fire the machine gun, fire the main gun or load. Okay, so that's pretty good. I could also get hold down if I wasn't already. So we're gonna fire the main gun with the first 6, and we'll fire at this Sherman right here. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away, and its size is 5, so we need 10 or higher to hit. He's in a forest, so 11 or higher to hit, but we'll try anyway. So we are unloaded, 11 or higher to hit. We roll a 10. Very close, but we didn't quite get it. And then with the 6, we load. And that's it. We go to the Japanese, and we go for the tank first. 4 dice. Okay, let's see what he will do this time. He rolls a 2, which is move or turn, so he's gonna move. And the 3 is fire or move, but he cannot fire and he cannot move. And then the 5 is move, but he cannot move, so instead he will reverse. And then the 6 is fire, so he will fire. My size is 4. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. So that's 9 or higher to hit. But then I am hold down, so that's a +2, so that's 11 or higher to hit. And he rolls a 9, so we're good. One more thing to note, I told you guys that if you roll a double, that's going to kill the commander when rolling to hit if he has his hatch open. However, that is only if it's a hit. So if I would have rolled 5-5 now, or 4-4, or 3-3, or 2-2, or 1-1, it would not have killed my commander. But if I would have rolled a 6 and a 6, that would have killed my commander. We move on to the AT guns. Let's start with the first one. I think I might have forgotten to roll them too the first turn. So we have 3, which is turned towards the Sherman. And then we have 6, which is fire, but he cannot fire. And next AT gun. 1, which is turned towards the Sherman. And 6, which is fire, but he cannot fire. And then finally, we roll for the infantry. 5, 5, and 4. So all of those are movements. Ugh. So move, move, move. Ooh, I need to kill this guy. All right, the heavy artillery, there's no point in rolling. Even if we get fire, his only arc of fire is here, so he's not going to be able to hit me. Okay, and then we have Japanese firepower. 2 for the artillery, 2 for AT guns, 1 for the tank, and 1 for the infantry. And this time we are not as lucky. We lose 2 US friendly forces. So we're down to 3 now. And then we have end of turn events. Let's hope for 10 or higher. Oh, 5. Oh no, that's very bad indeed. Sniper fire. If commander has popped hatch and in line of sight of any infantry, any range, then he is killed in action. So unfortunately for us, our commander is now killed in action. We don't have the commander any longer, he's dead. The driver, assistant driver, gunner and loader are still alive. Okay, so that's very unfortunate. We go to the next turn, and there might still be a chance we can do this, but it's gonna be rough. We'll start with attack, and this time we only roll 4 dice, since our commander is killed in action. And we want to get 3s and 4s now so we can attack this infantry. I'm contemplating wherever I should actually try to move first, because if I can face him, I will have +1 on my machine gun fire, since I can also use the bow MG. So I think that's what I'm going to do, even though if I lose the dug-in position. So we roll first on movement, which is A. We're on a clear hex, there's 2 dice, and then we get 2 more for the assistant driver and the driver, not 1 for the commander. Again, because he's KIA. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got turn, so we'll use the turn and we'll lose our dug-in position. And then we got a lot of movement and 1 more turn, but we're not going to move. So now we roll for attack, and again we roll 4 dice, hope for 3s and 4s. And not a single 1, that's very unfortunate. Okay, so the 2s I can fire the main gun, the 1 I can load, the 5 I can fire the main gun. So we're gonna fire the main gun anyway, because we need to take out the tank as well. So let's start with the 5. And he has a size of 5. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. That's 10 to hit, 11 because he's in a forest. So we need to roll 11 or higher. We roll 8. So we go ahead and use the 1 to load, because we became unloaded as we shot. And then we use the double 2 to fire the main gun, so we are unloaded again. Again, 11 or higher to hit. And we roll a 7. That's unfortunate. And then we roll on C, and with a roll of 4 here, we could potentially fire the machine guns, but we only have 1 dice now, or 1 die now, since the commander is KIA. And we roll a 6, which is gunner, fire machine gun, fire main gun, or load. So we're gonna load. So that's really bad. That leaves us open now to the kamikaze troops, which are gonna use lunge mines on us. First, we roll for the tank. We roll 4d6. And he rolls a 1 and a 1, which both are fire. And a 4, which is gonna be turn, and a 5, which is gonna be move. So let's start with the firing. The first one, my size is 4. I am, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away, so that's 9 or higher to hit. and rolls a 6, so it's a miss. And then he goes again, 9 or higher to hit, and rolls a 5, so it's a miss. And then he has a 4, which is turn, so we'll turn towards the Sherman. And then he has a 5, which is move, so he's coming closer. Then we have the AT guns. We start with the Northern 1, 4 and 6, which is fire, but he cannot fire. Next AT gun, 1 and 4. 1 is turn, so he will turn. And 4 is fire, he cannot fire. And then we have the infantry, the dreaded infantry. If I roll a 1, a 3, a 6, he will attack. And since he's adjacent, he will attack. And we got, that's actually a pretty good roll, because the 4s are move. And he's not going to move since he is as close as he can be. But the 1 is a fire. So he's attacking my front. My frontal armor has 11. And his armor piercing is 3. So that means he needs to roll 8 or higher to do damage to me now. And he rolls a 6, thank God. Then we would roll for the heavy artillery, but I mean, there's no, it's a fire, but he can't fire. His line of sight is here. And then we have Japanese firepower again. 2 for the heavy artillery, 2 for the AT guns, 1 for the tank, 1 for the soldier. And we lose 1 friendly unit. And then we have end of turn events. Let's hope that it can be kinder to us today. Commander is killed in action, so a 10 or higher, which is 11, is not going to help us out. If he was alive, we could perform a load, repair, or extinguish. We go to the next turn, and this time we roll for attack first. We roll 4 dice, and again, we're really hoping to roll a 3 or a 4. And yes, we got exactly what we wanted. A double 3 and a double 4, so we should be able to take out that nasty infantryman this round. Let's look at his size, which is 2. So he is 1 hex away, so I need 3 or higher to take him out. However, because we are facing him, we get a +1. You can see that here. 1d6 +1 if directly facing the target. And so we have a very good chance of killing him now, because that means we only need to roll a 2 or higher. So only with a roll of 1 would we not kill him. But we only get to roll 1d6. Oh, man. We roll a 1. We try again with the next 3. And again, we only get 1d6. We need to roll 2 or higher. And we roll 3. So this time, goodbye to the Japanese infantrymen. We have a double 4 left, so we can use that to fire the main gun. So we're going to fire at the tank. His size is 5. He is 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away, so we need 9 or higher to hit him. And roll a 5, so unfortunately we miss. Let's see, should we try to... Yeah, let's roll on the... I'm not sure if I should roll on the movement table, because I was thinking about, okay, let's roll and see what we can do. Maybe we can reverse into the woods or something like that to get into cover. So we roll 4d6. And let's see, we have, we did not get any reverse, because I would have liked to turned and then reversed into this. But we're not gonna do the turning, because I wanna expose my frontal armor to that enemy tank. So unfortunately, no reverse. That leads us to the last, which is C. We roll only 1d6. And we roll a 2, which is repair, but we are currently not damaged. So then we roll for the tank. We roll 4 dice for him. 1, 2, and 5. So with the 1, he will fire. I am a size of 4. I am 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away, so he needs 8 or higher to hit. And he rolls 7, so he misses. And then we have a 2, which is move. And we have another 2, which is move again. And then we have a 5, which again is move. So he's a brave little guy, this Japanese tank commander. Then we go to the AT guns. which again, I think I missed rolling for them the first turn. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, let's start with this one. 4 fire, but he cannot fire. And then we have fire and fire. He can't fire. We skip rolling for him. We're not in line of sight. And then we roll Japanese firepower. 2 for artillery, 2 for 80 guns, and 1 for the tank. Okay, we have no casualties. Yay. Let's roll for our end of turn event. Oh, that's not looking good. 8, which is no event. Thank you. I thought it was going to be a mine, but the lucky part was we had about double one. We had the snake eyes and it landed up here, and that's not approved. If it goes out of the dice tray, we have to re-roll. That's how it is. Okay, it is our turn again, and we will start with attacking, because hopefully we can take out that Japanese tank. However, we need to load and fire the machine gun, sorry, the main gun. So we need a 1 and a 2 and a 5 and a 6. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Okay, that is very bad indeed. With the double 5, we load. But with a 3 and 4, we can only fire the machine guns, and that is of no use to us. So let's roll on the A table, maneuver table, and let's hope we can get a 1. Yes, we got a 1. So I will turn with the 2, and with the 1 I shall reverse into the woods, where I am a little bit safer, and the 4 and the 6, I'll leave them as they are. I think he will, or maybe I should turn with the 4, because if he rolls a 1, he will turn. So he's likely to come on this area since he cannot fire. If he rolls a 2, he will move. Okay, maybe I will just stay like that. I think he's more likely to come into this hex, so I want my frontal armor towards him. So another good thing about the trees is that now we actually get to roll 2 dice here on this table, so that's perfect. And roll a 1, which is extinguish, and 4 fire machine guns. But we have no targets to kill. So then it is the turn of the tank. He will roll 4d6. So 4, which is move. So I made a good choice. Sorry, 2, which is move. And then he has 2 again, which is move again. Then he has 4, which is turn. And then he has 5, which is move, but if he cannot move, he will instead reverse. Okay, so he's not so brave any longer. And then we have the 80 guns. Let's go with the northern one first. 2 and 4. 2 is if facing building hex, move into it, and 4 is fire. He can do neither. Next 80 gun. 3 is turn, and 6 is fire. And then we skip this one. We go to Japanese firepower, 2 for artillery, 2 for 80 guns, 1 for the tank. We have 1 casualty, we're up to 5 now. And then end of turn events, and the worst number would be a 9, because we would gain Japanese troops that way. Sniper fire, we're not affected. It is our turn again. We will start by rolling on movement. We will only get to roll 3 dice since we are in trees. And we'll roll a 4, 5, and 2. That's pretty good. Let's use the 5 to move, and then let's use the 4 to turn towards the enemy tank. And then we roll on attack, and now we get to roll 4 dice. We want to get a 6 or a 5 or a double. Yay, perfect. That's awesome. Only the 4 is useless here. Okay, so let's use the 6 to fire our main gun. And his size is 5. He's 1 hex away. That's 7 or higher to hit. But he is in the trees, so it becomes a... sorry, it's not a 6 or higher because he's 1 hex away. But then 7 or higher to hit because he's in the trees. So we become unloaded. And we hit him. Perfect. His armor value, frontal side, is 8, or AP is 2. So we only need a 6 or higher to hit. Come on! Ah, crap! Man, that sucks. Okay, we used 1 to load, and then the other ones are wasted. So let's roll on the C table. We only get to roll 1 die. And roll a 1, which is extinguished, and it doesn't help us. So then it's a Japanese turn again, and we roll for the tank. What a tank duel! Let's see here what he's gonna do. Lots of high numbers now. So he rolls 5, which is move. And then he rolls 5, which is move, but he can't, so he will reverse. And then he rolls 5 again, which is move. And then finally he rolls 6, which is fire, and he will fire. So he's gonna fire at my Sherman, which is size 4, 1 hex away. He needs 5 or higher to hit. And he rolls a 6, the bastard. Okay, so he hits me. He hits my frontal side, which is 10. His armor piercing is 0, so he needs 10 or higher to damage me. Ooh, he rolls a 9. Wow, it bounced off, and last second we survived. Let's roll for this AT gun. Let's keep doing the north one. They're the same distance away. 3 is turned towards the Sherman, and 4 is fire. He cannot fire. And next guy is fire and fire. He cannot fire. We go to Japanese firepower, and we roll 5 dice. That's good. No casualties. End of turn events, and we roll 10, which is commander, but he's dead. And it's our turn again, so I am thinking let's start with attacking. We roll 4 dice. We want to roll 5s and 6s. Or a double. We got a double at least. So the 4 and the 3 are totally useless because we cannot use the machine gun to kill anything here. So we use the double 2 to fire the main gun, and we fire, of course, at that Japanese tank. He is 1 hex away, so we only need a 6 or higher to hit him. And we roll a 10, so we have hit him. We are firing at his rear side armor, which is 7. Our AP is 2, so we only need a 5 or higher now to hit. Come on, 5 or higher. Oh, we have a 6 if it's not. Oh, we have 12! The Japanese tank is dead. Perfect. Okay, now I only need to kill the AT guns and the heavy artillery, unless they get infantry reinforcements. Let's see the best approach for this. I need to figure out a way to be in just one of their line of fire. If I move here, I'm in both of their line of fire. Same goes for this hex. If I go to this hex, I will be also in his line of fire. So I think maybe the best way is to go up through the woods, take out this one first, and then go for the AT guns. I think that is what I will do. So let's roll for movement. We roll 4 dice. And we roll a 1, which is reverse, a 6, which is move, a 5, which is move. So what we will do is, a 1 is reverse. So we roll 1 to reverse, and then we use the double 6 to, oh no, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to reverse. I'll use the double 6 to turn, and then I'm not going to move or reverse because I don't want to get into the line of sight from these guys. So I want to go up north. I think I'll go straight north and head for that guy. I think that's, or maybe through the woods. Let's see what we'll do. Roll on C, only 1 die. And roll a 2, which is repair. We have no need for repair. Let's roll for AT guns. Turn towards the Sherman and fire. Oh, actually it will not. It was enter a building if facing it, but it wasn't. And the same for the next guy, enter a building, but he can't fire, he can't fire. We roll for Japanese firepower, no casualties, end of turn events. 8, which is no event. Ooh, I thought it was going to be a 9. I really don't want infantry right now. Okay, we roll for us. Let's roll for movement first. Let's see here what we have. We have 2 turns and 2 moves. So this is the question. Let's turn with the first 2, and then let's move, and oh, I'll get into the line of sight of that guy. So maybe let's turn again, and then let's move and move. I think that's the best option here. We're not... I think I'm unloaded. Okay, let's roll and see if we can load. We only get to roll 3 dice now. 2, so we're loaded, whatever we were loaded or not. And then we have a 5 and a 6. We can't actually fire on that heavy artillery from here. So let's go ahead and do that. We used the 5 to do that. And he is a size of 4. He is 3 hexes away. So I need 7 or higher to hit. Plus 1, 2, 3 for the cover. So that's 10 or higher to hit now. But hopefully 10 or higher to hit. And we roll on 8, so unfortunately it is a miss. Roll on C. This time we roll 2 dice. Roll a 1 and a 2. Extinguish fire and repair. It's not going to help us. Let's roll for the AT gun. 1 and 6. So it's going to turn. And next AT gun. It's going to turn. And then let's roll for Japanese firepower. Ooh. 2 casualties. We're up to 7 now. We're running out of time. End of turn events. 7, which is no event. Thank God. Okay, I think we'll roll on movement first, and we only get 3 dice now. Turn, let's do that. And then we have 2 movements. So let's move up. And then we roll on attack. We only roll 3 dice. I might have rolled 4 last time, which is incorrect. You only get to roll 3 dice. So we get a 2, which is load. We get a 3, which is not going to help us. And then we get a 6, which is fire the main gun. His size is 4. He is 1 hex away. That's 5. He's in a building that's 6. 6 or higher to hit. Crap. Yeah, we got it. 6. I thought it was a 5. Okay, so we hit him. His frontal side armor is really high. It's 9. And we have an AP of 2, so we need 7 or higher now to destroy him. Please. Yeah! Awesome. We got the damn artillery. We have 80 guns left. Let's roll for this guy first. And he rolls 6 and 3. 3 is turned towards the Sherman. 6 is fire, which he cannot do. This guy, however, can fire. So we roll, hope we don't get 4, 5, or 6. He rolls a 2 if facing building hex, move to it, which he cannot. But he rolls a 6, which is fire, and now he can actually fire. So let's see, my size is 4. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. So that's 9 or higher to hit. And then we have 2 woods, so that's 11 or higher to hit. And of course he rolls a 12. That's incredible. Okay, my rear side armor is 9. His AP is 2, so he needs 7 or higher to get my armor. He rolls a 6. Thank God. Roll 2d6 now for Japanese firepower and no casualties. End of turn events, please no 9. We roll a 3, which is minus. However, only on a clear hex, and I am on a 3 hex. That's cool. Okay, I think we have a chance. I thought it was over, but I think we have a chance to turn this around. Let's roll for movement first, and we only get to roll 3 dice. We need to get out of this position. Roll a 2 and a 3, which is turn. We'll use, let's see here. We'll use the 3s to move up into that building. We use that double, and then we use the 2 to turn. And that's it. We roll for attack. We are in a building, so we only get 1 die, plus 2. We roll 3 dice. And we roll a 1, so that loads. Then we have another load, which doesn't help us in machine gun fire. For this one, we roll 1 die only. And we roll a 6, fire main gun. Yes, we are going to do that. His 80 gun size is 5. He is 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away. That's 9 or higher to hit. Becomes 10 or higher because he's in a building. We roll 3, so it's definitely not a hit, but it was a valiant try. Let's roll for that AT gun. 5 and 5, he gets to fire twice. And just like me, he will get 10 to hit, or actually, wait, my size is 4, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm in ability. He needs 9 or higher to hit. And also 6 with the first shot, so it's a miss. Second shot, he rolls a 5. It's a miss, sucker. Roll for the next AT gun, and he rolls move into building and fire. He can do neither. Japanese firepower, and we have 1 casualty. I can't believe it. We're up to 8 now. End of turn events. 7, no event. All right. It's our turn again, and roll 3 dice for movement. Or maybe I should fire first. I think I'll attempt to fire first. We roll 3 dice on attack. And we got a double 3, which we will use to load, and then the 5 to fire. So we are unloaded again. His size is 5, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away. That's 9 plus 1 because of the building, 10 or higher to hit. And roll a 4. Okay, and then we roll for movement, and this time we get to roll 4 dice. Let's hope we can move out of here. That's not a super delicious roll, but it's an alright roll. We can use the double 3 to move. And then we can use the other double 2 to move again. And then we roll, on this one, we get to roll 2 dice. And we roll a 2 and a 3. So we have smoke, and we have repair. I am not in line of sight of anything, so smoke is not really needed. But let's just deploy it because it's cool. We roll for the AT gun up north. Fire and fire, he can't fire. Next AT gun, fire and fire, he can't fire. Japanese firepower, and there's no casualties. End of turn events. 3, which is a mine. Thank God I'm not on a clear hex. And that is the next turn. We remove the smoke, and we roll on movement first. We get only to roll 3 dice. Okay, that's perfect. We get 1 movement, and then we get 1 turn. And I think I'm contemplating whether I should move and attempt to attack, or if I should stay on the airfield. I think I'm gonna stay on the airfield, because that way I'm safe from mines. And I want to get closer. I also get 1 more movement die. The only problem is I get no rolls for C, so that's problematic. Let's go to attack. We roll 4 dice. And we use the double 4 to load. And then we get no dice for C, since we're on an airfield and the commander is killed. We roll for the first AT gun, and he will turn towards the Sherman. Next AT gun, and he will also turn towards the Sherman. And then we roll for Japanese firepower, no casualties, end of turn events. 5, which is sniper fire. We have no commander, so we don't have to worry about that. We roll for movement first, and we will get 5 dice. Since we're on an airfield, we use the 2 to move. And then we use the, let's see, the 4 is also turn. The 2 to turn, I meant. Or maybe I'll use instead then the 4 to turn. So I turn, and then I use the double 2 to move. And I use the 6 to move again, and the 1 I ignore. I'm not going to use roll for attack, since it's not really going to help me in this situation. And let's see here. I don't get to roll for C. So let's roll for the guns. The first gun will turn. And the second gun will turn 2 times. And then firepower. Oh, crap. That's very bad. End of turn events. And roll 6, which is sniper fire, but we have no commander. Our turn again. I will roll for movement first, I believe, because if I go, I'm considering whether I should go to that clear hex, because that would kind of give me the possibility to also kill him during the siege, since I get 1 die on a clear hex. So let's start by rolling on movement. 5, or I'm not sure I want to do that. I think perhaps I want to move in here, try to kill him, and then move into the trees and take this guy out. Let's see. Let's start by rolling on movement anyway, because I still have to move to be able to fire upon him. This was at 8, I believe, and I am pretty certain that was at loaded. 4, 4, 5, and 2. Let's use the 5 to move. And then let's use the 2 to turn, facing the AT gun. And then we roll for attack. We really need to roll a 5 or a 6 now, or a double. We get to roll 4 dice. See, I have 4. I don't know what happened, but there is a... I'm certain I had 4 dice in my hand. This is a good result, but let's just go ahead and roll just for the heck of it. So that's definitely a worse result, but the 3 and the 4 we can just remove. They're not going to help us. We use the 6 to fire, and the AT gun has a size of 5. He's 1 hex away. That's 6 to hit, 7 with since he's in a building. 7 or higher to hit. And we roll an 8, so we have a hit. His frontal armor is really high though, 8. Our AP is 2, so we need 6 or higher to take him out. Come on, please, please, please. Yeah, we roll an 8. The AT gun is history. We only have 1 AT gun left. We use the 1 to load our gun, and then we roll on the C table. No, we don't. We're on an airfield. So we roll for the AT gun. And he rolls move in the building and fire. He can do neither. We roll for end of turn events, and we roll a 5 sniper fire. We still have the risk of rolling a 9 infantry reinforcements, so we need to do this as quick as we can. We need to roll for firepower. Only 1 die, but it's a 1, so we're good. Now the question is, do I want to move into this building, or do I want to move into the forest? There is really no difference, I reckon, because in the building I get 1 defense, in the forest I get 1 defense, and I get +1 die in the trees on C, but I get 1 less die for attack. So I think it makes more sense to go, let's see here, trees I get 1, buildings I get 1. Maybe I actually want to go to the clear hex, because if I have too few attack dice, it's just gonna be a bust, and he can definitely kill me. Let's roll 5 dice on movement first. I'm gonna re-roll this one. Okay, so let's see here what we can do with that. With the 4, let's see here, we'll start with the 5, and we will move. And then with the 4, we will turn. With the 6, we will move. And with the double 6, we will turn. This is the moment of truth, guys. We are on a clear hex. We will get 4 dice to roll. We need 5 and 6 or a double to fire. Yes, sir. We only got 1 crappy result. We can actually fire twice with this result. But let's not celebrate yet. We use the 5 to fire. We become unloaded. His size is 5. He's 1 hex away. That's 6. Becomes a 7 because he is in a building. 7 or higher to hit. And we roll 9, so it is a hit. His AT value, or AP armor value, front side is 8. My AP is 2. So if I roll a 6 or higher now, he's dead. Otherwise, I miss, or it bounces off. I need a 6 or higher. Come on, please, please. Yeah, I roll a 9. The AT is dead. Whew. And we have conquered the 3rd scenario of Tarawa, Red Beach 1, meaning we have definitely won the first campaign. Oh man, we used a 2 to load, and then we had a 6 we could actually fire again. Well, that was a close call. My commander was killed in action. We had 8 casualties, so not very far from losing that way. We were never immobilized, never turret damage, and no fire level, so we were definitely lucky when it came to the rolls of the attacking enemies. That infantry that had me so close, I was sure he was gonna kill me. But we survived, we conquered Tarawa. Man, that feels great. 3 victories now in a streak, so I guess next game I'm gonna lose very badly. Because this is actually a very difficult game, and I played the first scenario quite a few times before I recorded my first session, and I lost all of those. So this is just very much luck. I hope that that you'll take the time to like the video and comment. Also check out the comment section, because the designer Mike Lambo, he watches all the videos that people do on his games, and he is very good at pointing out errors that you might do. So if you're watching this to learn how to play the game, check the comments. If I did something wrong, he will let us know. You can also check the video description, by the way. There is a link to Amazon for UK, US, Australia, Canada, where you can buy this game, the book. And of course, if you're in Deutschland, Sweden, you just, instead of .com, you do .de or .se, or wherever you are, wherever that Amazon store is closest to you. So please take the time to like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on more Lone Sherman, the Pacific. And other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you were rooting for me and that you weren't hoping that I would die. Because if you did, well, I can only say that sorry, but I survived. Next, we're going to Saipan, and there again we have this really cool first landing levels. Saipan, though, we do not have that nasty seawall, but we have these mountain regions, and they are pretty hard because first of all they block line of sight. Second, I cannot move into them with my tank, and if infantry is present, I cannot fire upon them even if I'm adjacent, and that's because they have tunnels and such, so they're not possible for my tank to fire at them. And they're actually not called mountains, they're called rocky high ground. And then Saipan is similar. It has 3 scenarios. So then it has north towards Garapan, and then it has clearing Garapan. Oops, I spit a little bit. And then we have Tarawa again, but this time we have Red Beach 2. So again, we have the landing and clear the central airfield and clear the east of the airfield. And then the final campaign is gonna be Peleliu. Wow, that's a horrible place to be at, but we're gonna have to do it. We have a very short landing procedure here compared to the first landing we did. Then you move on into the Japanese tank charge. It's gonna be a tank battle. And finally, you need to clear the airfield. So anyway, guys, that's Lone Sherman, the Pacific. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you for watching, and see you next time.